When I think about the word purpose, many thoughts come to mind at once. I think about fulfillment, if I'll be able to successfully fulfill my purpose in time. One of the best parts I think about my job is that I get to wake up every day and do something different. Right now I'm in South Africa. When I get to come to these places and connect with different people, it's also a different part of my artistry, I guess. So we're about to meet a rapper here by the name of Gigi Lamayne.
Gigi Lamayne, man, I used to hear the music on the radio sometimes.
Really? Hi, you okay? Hello.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
You're good? This is where it all began for me. He was 13, I was 12.
No way.
She came in with like her first tape, with like her name written on it, like Gigi Lamayne. Like, who's this? And she's like, nah, just take a listen. And then I played it and I was like, okay, I can rap.
You know, at the time I hadn't really decided what I wanted to do with my life. It was like, yo, you just have to be done with your homework so that you can go make music. So this was kind of that asylum, that place I used to run to. You want to drink some beats for us?
How do you feel the future is for South African rap? Like, where can you see it going?
People only started listening once they felt like we're heading in a direction where somebody can say, that is South African hip-hop. I think being South African is gonna come out more. It's kind of overrated now to look to the West for inspiration. Now it's like, okay, you've taught us everything we know, but we need to create our own.
Music can inspire or do so much, but it's also a lot to do with the artist and their story. When you think of the most incredible painters or artists, you see their art, you think, wow, that's amazing, but I want to know how or more about them. Because everyone has a reality, and it makes it feel that little bit more achievable when you can relate to someone else's story.
This is Braamfontein. Braam is known for being the regeneration of Joburg. So it's the alternative to the rest of South Africa and what it used to be like, because South Africa is also divided a lot before democracy, you know? So racial groups used to live in certain areas. So this is the first area where people of different races, of different backgrounds can come together and, yeah, find people from everywhere.
Music does a lot for people. I didn't know that it had so much power to inflict that emotion onto someone else till I started listening to more truthful, real music.
Can't resemble the gist of a real manifesto and presto. Look like we ain't giving a hoot, but we ain't paying for no favors in our birthday suits. A female can never get to top place, my ninja. Still the same vote drinkers in the game, my ninja. Come on, get it, come on, get it. I go.
Nice one.
That's what's up.
Boom shakalaka.
I always felt connected to this place. Way before I visited for the first time, I knew it was in my calling to visit here one day. It's starting to make sense why.
This is where the cyphers take place.
Cool.
Yeah, so people just, especially on Friday afternoons and stuff like that.
Nice.
I hope you spit something for me.
No, I hope you do. I'm trying to hear you, know.
This one's for survival, so it's either you or me. This is not a verse, it's the intro to your eulogy. Y'all got me so bored and your flow so flawed. Well, I keep my rhymes fat like MS-DOS.
Yo, PLK flow, we control you like we voodoo. So screw you. We get a rugby goon into his tutu. Passion glowing like Kariba. Rappers flowing like my cycle. A rifle tongue spitting potions at children's recital.
Young reckless youth on the north side, killing all sides. Well, it's gotta be us lot. We take the piss. Wait. Test us where you must not easily found. Flow to through ends I'm about. Chuck's got a motive, I'm down. Take time to count. Promoter, know the amount. Shut down your country, then bounce. Don't be alarmed. I've got my drink and I'm calm. No, this shit worries my marge. Why don't they like seeing women in charge? Shit. It was sick. There's definitely something magical about this place. The more I'm traveling, the more I'm realizing I don't know shit. So now my music's migrated to different places and connected with different people. I always make sure that I really soak in this moment, really live in it. We just arrived at Oppie Koppie.
It's one of the biggest festivals in the country. Everybody
no
looks
way.
forward to it. We're definitely open-minded, and you'll find that a lot of people are already familiar with your stuff. There's just a whole lot of youngins who are now saying, yo, do you know Skepta? Do you know Lil Sims? You know, it's almost as if there is about to be a boom in terms of UK hip-hop here in South Africa. In the last 2 years, we've had the wave of a whole lot of artists who happen to be female.
Everything's always made that little bit more complicated for the woman.
Yeah.
But I think we're at a point where people are really listening and starting to pay attention to what needs to be said. So it's a really good time to be a part of it all. It's crazy to be able to come out here miles away from where I live and still be able to connect to people. Has anyone seen a dead body? Do you want to see a dead body? Explain what I want on. Want to understand what I've been through. These dark thoughts never been through. Nobody loving me, everybody through. Everybody looking at me different. And nobody listen. I can see it staring at me with the gills. No faith for me, so don't resort. Even I can never change how life I'm living. I'm talking about myself. I don't feel like I'm a war. I don't want no more. Will anybody miss me when I'm gone? Do you want to see the dead? Have you ever seen the dead? Put it up. Oppie Koppie was an experience like no other. I look at people and I see them like saying my words back to me. It's the most surreal thing ever, especially when I'm miles away from home. It's very hard to describe the feeling, but it's a great feeling.
Oh, I put my life on the line for this life. I wear my heart on my sleeve for this life. Waking up from a dream is this life. Do my words cut deep through this mic?
We're at God's place, it's also known as Ponte. So people come up here to worship and to pray, also because there's a relationship between the highest point of any city with your ancestors, and for some with God, away from the hustles and bustles of the city.
It's a lot to process. It seems very surreal. It feels like it's not meant to end yet. I've dug pretty deep, but there's always layers to
everything. I mean, just learning from you, you know, the politics behind who you are, where you're from. And it's almost like the hip-hop culture has always been about trying to, I wouldn't say necessarily prove a point, but going against the norms and deciding that you want something different for yourself and your community, you know? And I've really seen that in your music. It's almost like we're the same, but we're different.
Thank you for being so open.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
And it was a pleasure.
Thank you, Sam.
Being in South Africa these past few days has been an unexplainable and surreal experience. I think about what it is that connects us all, and I think about my connection and relationship with the earth. I think about how my music is a reflection of my reality. I think about what more I could do to contribute to the world and wonder whether or not I'm doing my best.